Hey Eurovision fans, Vibe will represent Iceland in Eurovision 2025 with their song Roa. I'm going to listen back to the national final performance, give you my analysis of the artist, the song and the staging, and see if this could qualify Iceland into the Eurovision final. So, let's kiki. Hi, my name is Tom, I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst, and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. First, a little bit of heads up, I've got loads of videos coming out in April, so make sure you're subscribed. Prediction videos for semi-final number 1, number 2. I've got loads of other juicy videos planned as well. I don't want to say what they are because I don't want to give away all my video plans, but loads coming up. Subscribe down below. It's free and it helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm posting there more often. Trying to do it every day if I can. First of all, let's talk about the song Vakkeppning, which is Iceland's national final. I did a reaction to all 10 songs, which was a very grumpy video. From what I remember, I thought it was the week afterwards. Looked at the schedule, saw that it was happening. Instead of going to bed, I had to film that video and then put it out. I was really pissed off in that video. One of my spiciest videos I've ever had. I remember that Vibe were actually the last song I reacted to because I did in alphabetical order, and it was such a breath of fresh air and such a relief to see that Iceland had something competitive. I didn't watch song Vakkeppning this year. Lots of national finals going on at the same time. Unfortunately, I can't watch everything, and there wasn't really too many songs that I was super hyped to see, so I kind of prioritized ones that I was a bit more invested in. So a little bit disappointed about that because I do enjoy Song Vakkeppning. Did a small change this year actually. They got rid of the gold final after some of the controversy that happened last year. Super finals don't always work very well because it means you can vote against a song in the televote, which isn't something that you can do in Eurovision. The winners were Vibe, they won the jury, and then they also won the televote as well. Okay, so let's find out a little bit about Vibe. They are brothers, Halfdan. I don't know how to say the A with the line above it, I'm sorry. Let me see, does Google Translate have Icelandic on it? It does. Why is Lithuanian the only language that doesn't work on Google Translate and everything else does? It's so randomly discriminative. Halfdan, which apparently means half dead. So that's a slightly special first name. And the other is Matthias. I'm just going to assume it's pronounced Matthias. And their surname is Mathiasson. Their dad must be called Matthias. We don't have an age. They are mysteriously aged. And they were in Song Vakkeppning last year. I think they had a very big fan favorite song, but their performance wasn't great. So it was good they had that experience. So that meant that they were stronger for this year. They came 4th last year with Biomund, which I think means cinema, movie or something. And these guys have been working their asses off. They started up a YouTube channel. They've been putting up videos. They did one about how they aren't Jedward. They did another one about how they moved up to 34th or 35th in the odds. So really nice sense of humor. Trying to use whatever means they have available to promote themselves, self-promotion, which I really respect and admire the work that they're putting in. These guys are super committed. So I'm really rooting for Halfdan. Does his name mean half dead? That doesn't seem like the most positive name that you would give to your son. Maybe Google Translate's wrong. But yes, these guys are going hard and heavy on the promotion circuit. I'm going to be reacting to the national final performance. I haven't seen this. So this is going to be the first time. I have seen their performance in Eurovision in concert, which I just published my video doing a review of all 30 songs. So I wonder, are they going to be... There's no headphones. Oops. Okay, hopefully I've still got some battery in here. Definitely not sponsored by this headphone producer. This is Vibe singing Roa. One number secret band. Oh, I really like that beginning. That's really like pow. It looks quite elegant. Sharp. Yes. Oh, I love those LEDs. There's like electricity with hexagons. Outfits. Oh, dancing. Oh, this is wonderful already. Maybe a little bit more detail on the outfits. Oh, but there's some lovely choreography there, moving up and down, peekaboo through the dancers. Vocals sound more than enough. It's not about the vocals, it's about the energy. I like the dance's choreography. We got 2 ladies and a guy. And the shades as well. They got a vibe going on with Vibe. Okay, the LEDs are quite abstract. There's no like story on them, so I hope that changes. We saw that in Eurovision in concert. Oh, the crowd are not living. They don't care at all. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind if they played a little bit of an instrument here, just like up the camp. Oh, but they've got the boat. Perfect. I was going to say it needs a boat, and they have it. And they have on-screen vocals. Those are kind of fun. A little bit childish, a little bit junior Eurovision, but it's fun. They're hitting all their marks. Only problem with the shades is you don't get much of a connection, but that's okay. I think this might be a good moment just to pick up the shades, just to have a small connection at the slower part. Oh, they did it. Okay. I should have just waited 2 more seconds. I love that font is really cool, and those white lines, that looks really slick as well. Yeah, this is a really good starting base. Now, this isn't good enough for Eurovision, but as a starting point, it's solid. And the choreo feels super appropriate and energetic. A little bit of a key change. Okay, the LEDs haven't changed. I liked them at the start, but I get a little bit bored of them now. So I just need a bit more variation. I think they need to do more with this instrumental part because it's such a wow moment. Has he got it? Yeah, he has, but I don't know. I want it to be bigger. Oh, and the mic drop at the end. Okay, I'm mostly very largely positive to that. Okay, let's first talk about the song. It's such a fun song, really upbeat. This is why it was chosen to open up the semi-final, despite the fact that there is, I think there's only 1 line of English in it. We'll go to the lyrics later. But this is the first time since producers have decided the running order, they started that in 2013, that we've had a completely non-English song opening the semi-final. And I think that this is really wonderful. It gets the party started. I really like that opening. I think it looks really expensive and slick because these really crisp LEDs, they're standing in a symmetrical pattern. I think it's a really positive opener. Song is fun. I think the main thing is that violin. I think that's so fun. I think that needs to be a key moment in the staging and needs to have more emphasis on it. They did bring out the violin, but it was black. It was kind of hard to see. It felt a little bit more like an afterthought rather than a main focus. I wanted to be a big focus. You know, it might be fun if they brought someone on to play it like an old shanty pirate or something. Just do it. Have a little bit more fun with it. Push them. But maybe they were trying to play it safe a little bit more in Song of the Kepling. But now they're going to Eurovision and they're opening the show. They need to have a bit of a pow. I don't know. I'm not saying they should bring a pirate on, but it would fit thematically with it. I think they should just be going really big and fun. We'll talk about that more with the staging. Song is great though. It's really energetic, very catchy, and it feels like it's organic to them. You know, you look at them and their styling and you think the song matches and it's not artificially being put on them. Did they write it? Yes. So they did partially write it. So that's good. You know, when you write a song for yourself, you're going to be able to write something that you feel comfortable performing. And that's going to come across on stage. It's authentic. You believe the lyrics. You really want to sell what you created. I think that comes across in the performance. Okay, let's have a quick look at the lyrics. Thank you to Eurovision World for posting the lyrics of the song. It's so freaking useful. Eurovisionworld.com. Okay, row. Rowing here, rowing there, rowing through the waves. There's nothing that can stop me. I place a plank on a plank and call it a boat. If I sink today, it's no problem. So I think they're talking about like building a boat. I think they should build the boat on stage. That would be really fun. Like, let's start with the foundation. And then as we go through the song, maybe people don't really realize what's happening, but maybe towards the end, you kind of clock, oh, they're building a boat. And then they can like row at the end or something fun. I think it needs that kind of camp, fun, energy, bit of storytelling. Fits in with the song as well. With oars out of steel that last for a year, we've coursed towards the Faroe Islands. Yes, I'm ready. So Sal is rooting for the song. We're getting Faroe Islands representation. Actually, I remember in the music video, they had the Faroe Islands flag. Did they have the Danish flag as well? I remember. Yes, I'm ready. I have a vest for a belt and waterproof shoes because the weather is rowdy and I've had enough. You know, it might be fun to have like a life jacket joke at some point. They could like maybe reveal into a life jacket and then throw the life jacket away or something. That would be fun. I think they've written themselves good lyrics here that tie into some fun staging because this isn't love from above. When the sea opens, the waves come. I'm alone on a boat looking for a better place. I haven't lost everything yet, but we hoist up the sails and set off again. I wonder, is that the slow part? It sounds more melancholy than the rest of what we had. And then we have rowing here, rowing there. I'm still in a boat. Look at this, wow. Stopping in Greenland. Oh, it was the Greenland flag they had. They had Faroe Islands in Greenland. Yes, I'm down. I'd like to see some shout out to Greenland. I don't know how many people from Greenland are voting. Denmark in semi-final 2, actually, so they can't vote for this. A little bit of a shame. Steering at sea, I'm a captain. Call me Hisli Martin. who I'm guessing is a iconic Icelandic sailor. Many months since I last saw some sun. Want to spend the rest of my life out here at sea. When the sea opens, the waves come. I'm alone on a boat looking for a better place. I haven't lost everything yet, but we hoist up the sails and set off again. So really, really fun song. If you take it in a literal sense, it's about building a boat and going out into the ocean. I love the sea and maritime. And then if you look at the deeper meaning, it could be like talking about a sense of freedom, encountering things that kind of scare you, but pushing through it anyway. So really, really lovely song. I think there's lots of iconic lines like mentioning Greenland, mentioning Faroe Islands, the life jacket, building the boat. I place a plank on a plank and call it a boat. They've given themselves so many staging options here. There's tons that they can do on stage. Let's actually just go straight into the staging. That staging for me undersold what the song's about. It really, like, we got some graphics that kind of look like water, but largely it was a little bit on the generic side. And then we had the silver suit. So, you know, if someone told you this song was about exploration in space, I think that would be equally believable. So I think they need to place themselves a little bit better. Obviously, almost nobody speaks Icelandic outside of Iceland. So they need to explain the song a little bit better. Now, in Samhakeppnin, people did speak Icelandic, so they didn't need to do that. We had the boat on stage for a little bit, but it looked a little bit cheap and it was quite short. I want a storyline with the boat. Like I said, building it up from scratch. Maybe they could be in the boat at the end. You know, it might come across a little bit goofy if they're in the boat and they're doing this and the LEDs are reacting. We've seen that before actually with Dolly style roller coaster in Melody Festival, where they went into the roller coaster and I think they moved around and the LED went with them. Do you know what? Actually, they could steal that idea if they wanted. The point is there's so much fun stuff that can be done here. And they seem like such fun guys as well that it feels like if they did crazy over the top staging, it fits in with them. So I'm really hoping they're going ambitious with that. I don't want that song that kept me staging. It's too flat. It doesn't take advantage enough of them and the song. It just feels too flat and a little bit generic. I love the outfits, by the way. I love the silver. Maybe just a little bit more details on it. We're just giving something that nods to it being a song a little bit more about the sea. So a sailor's cap, or, you know, you can have the sailor's cap and throw it away. And then you can have the life jacket and you can throw it away. You don't have to have it for the whole song, but let's just place ourselves in a sea scenario first, build up a storyline, and a little bit more emphasis on the violin because it's so much fun. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like a pirate popping out of the boat towards the end to play the violin. They had some pirates in the, not pirates, like seamen in the music video, didn't they? The music video was actually super fun. Now, one thing we know is that we saw this staging in Eurovision in concert, and they had this tumultuous sea LED, which I really, really liked. There's some lightning going on top of it as well, which looks kind of cheap. So maybe either make it more expensive or get rid of that. But I liked the tumultuous sea. I just hope that they don't hold back. I don't want them to go, oh, let's play it safe with this aspect. F it. You're opening up the final. Iceland haven't qualified in 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. Sister qualified in 22. So yeah, 23, 24. The last 2 years, Iceland haven't qualified. So you're just like, F it, go for it. Take a little bit of a risk. You're opening up the entire Eurovision show. And something crazy, fun, wild matches their energy like a good pair. Graphics they had at the start, this like electronic thing, blue with hexagons, that was cool, but it was overused. But I do like that cool, intricate looking, slightly futuristic. And it was kind of a nod to maritime, but a little bit more aspects. So they can keep some stuff like that. Dancers were great. Choreography was fun. Got a lot of attitude. They've got lots of great bass ideas here. They just need a staging concept. That's the thing that's missing the most. It's the dark matter that attaches all of those things together. That's what's missing for me. Do I think this can qualify? I feel pretty 50-50 about this. And funnily enough, I just posted my polls on the community section of my channel. I'll leave a link for that in the description if I remember. Please remind me if I've forgotten. Where you can vote if you think all the songs in semi-final number 1 are going to qualify or not. And this is 50-50. Whether it does or doesn't, I think will come down to the staging. If they go big and do something really successfully fun, I think that this can qualify definitely. The qualification rate from the first slot is actually pretty good. It is also 50%. There's a lot of 50-50s going on here. So I definitely think they have the opportunity to, and I'm rooting for them big time. You know, I want Iceland to win Eurovision so freaking badly. It's not going to happen this year, but it's something I really want badly in my lifetime. You know, especially since 2020, I think Iceland would have won. Poor Dottie, I think he would have won Eurovision in 2020 and he had that COVID happened. Yes, I definitely think this is possible, but they need some innovation. First in the running order isn't as bad as you think. You can vote from the first song in the semi-finals, you can in the final. I think that this is memorable, but they need to make it even more bam, pow memorable so that people just aren't going to forget it. Really good recap clip as well. put something super attention grabbing and fun in that, so people go, oh yeah, I love that. Violin bit has got to be in that recap, and something incredible is happening then. That's why if you have this jump out pirate moment, the pirate idea is so lame, but you know what I mean, something happening with the violin and then like jumping off the boat with some pyro, for example, that's such a perfect recap clip. If this makes it through to the final, how will it do? I think jury's not going to particularly love it. We don't tend to see the jury likes the song. This kind of feels in the same category as Trenetsul for Moldova. I'm not saying it's going to do that well in the televote, but doing better in the televote than the jury. Maybe televote, you know, it could creep into the top 15, top 10. Again, the staging has to be super wow. If they do make it through to the final, because they open the semi-final, they'll probably be given a pretty decent running order slot. Not guaranteed, but they're more likely to get one. I would love it if this was in the final. I think it would add so much, and a beautiful song in Icelandic. Hopefully get Iceland back on their qualification streak. Okay, let's have a look at the odds. So Iceland are currently in 36th, and like I said, they did go up as high as 34th, but like this isn't going to win. There's just no chance that the jury would ever let this near the top 5, which is necessary to win Eurovision. So I agree. I still think it definitely has a good chance to qualify. And then let's look and see how this is doing in the community. I'm constantly updating my Eurovision scoreboard points, and I've noticed that this has been like slowly creeping up. Yeah, it has. This is up to 27th. I believe it used to be a lot lower. Let me have a quick look at my old spreadsheet. Yeah, the first time we ever had 37 countries, this was in 31st. And now it's moved up to 27. So it's a grower on some people. And there's a lot of love for this as well. I'm seeing so many people in the community leaving posts saying they really, really want Vibe to qualify. Super endearing guys. They've been so proactive and positive in the pre-party season, trying to promote themselves as much as possible. I love that creativity. You know, some countries just have a lot more money for promotion. Other countries don't. They just need to make do with what they've got. And these guys are working their asses off. So I would really, really like them to make through to the final. They can do themselves a massive favor by just having a real wow stage show. They're already going to be electric on stage, but we need a backstory to support that. Okay, that's what I thought about Vibe singing Roa for Iceland. What did you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you to those who've been supporting me on PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave a QR code for you here and a link in the description. And of course, thank you to all my wonderful patrons for patronizing me from all around the world. If you're a big fan of the channel, why not go check out my Patreon where you can get loads of cool stuff. I'm going off script here. This is not what I normally say. In any case, thank you so much just for being here. I've seen another Eurovision analysis video very, very, very soon. Goodbye.